we are going to start with another football topic. Football season is upon us. And, we're both guys from Chicago, but I think Charles is more of a Bears fan than me. Let's talk about Caleb Williams' debut that happened last Sunday, man. He looked really good under Ben Johnson, like 2 series, though, but he did look really good. What is your take on Caleb Williams in his preseason debut under Ben Johnson?
I thought it was. Well, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna go with amazing. I thought it was amazing. It looked effortless. He came out there. I think they threw more passes than they did runs. But he looked real sharp out there. And then afterwards, Ben Johnson, he did an interview, and he said that this is the same game script I run every preseason, and the offense during the season is gonna look way different than what he did, during those 2 drives. But Caleb looked real good during those 2 drives. I like the way he looked poised. He knew where he was going with the football. He made some great plays, and I can't wait. We utilize our tight ends a lot, so I think Loveland and Komet is going to be a big part of this offense and open up this offense this year. Only thing that I am kind of worried about is DJ Moore. I wonder how he's going to use DJ Moore. For the most part, it looks like DJ Moore is just going to run out routes, to the sidelines. Well, that's what they showed us, but I wonder if DJ Moore is really going to be that true number one for us, or is it going to be spread around throughout everybody? Because it's a lot of mouths to feed, so I wonder how he's going to keep everybody happy too. But the offense looks great, the defense looks great. To be honest with you, I think the Bears have a chance to be a top 10 defense and offense in the league. But it really just depends on how far Caleb can take us this year. He's definitely getting those 4,000 yards too. He's getting them 4,000 yards this year.
You putting up money, so you
I
can't.
already
Hey,
put a FanDuel bet.
I was about to
Bet on
ask.
it.
I was
I
about to
already
ask.
did
I
it.
was about to ask. Did you know FanDuel got the thing? It say 4,000, and I think it's 4,500 yards. I was like, yeah, they got
He ain't
that.
getting 45. I don't think he's getting 45, but he getting 4.
Caleb Williams was 6 for 10, 107 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, like I said, it was only he only played 2 series. Technically 2 series. Like, that was it. But what I saw was that is going to show us a lot. He got the ball out quick because he took a lot of sacks last year. He took 68 sacks last year. I think that's an NFL record. I think that was an NFL record, 68 sacks. So him just able to get the ball out quickly, because I saw on ESPN, like, they were showing like the time and how long he was like in the pocket. They just got the ball out. Every throw, I think on the first drive, he got it out with 2 seconds. And that's good. Just get out in 2 seconds. Because if it's longer than that, it's not good. You got to think of it as Madden, bro. You can't be holding the ball forever, because eventually you either going to throw an incompletion, a pick, or get sacked. Yep. But he was able to get the ball out quickly. And I just like the offense. And like you said, you brought up 2 tight ends. Ben Johnson was doing that with the Lions, with Laporta. I can't think of the other tight end's name, but he was doing that too. So he likes to use a lot of 2 tight end sets. That's why he drafted Loveland with I think it was the 10th pick. It was either 9th or 10th pick. One of them, my bad. But that's why he did it. And you got Luther Burden, who was supposed to be a top wide receiver, was supposed to go in the first round, but I think it was like route running issues, something about that. I think that's why he went kind of low in he not low, but he went in the second round. That's why he went down, because he was supposed to be a first round pick, but he slipped. We got Roma Doomsday. I don't think Roma Doomsday really had like a amazing rookie year, but let's see how he is under Ben Johnson and DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore is still going to eat. He still is wide receiver 1. See, the thing is, like, Amon Ra was the number 1, but he was kind of more in the slot. DJ really isn't like a slot guy, but I still think he's going to eat. And top 10 defense might be a stretch, but top 10 offense might be a stretch. Top 10 defense, I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely with you. I agree with that. Like, the Bears always had a good defense, and they got a lot of good defensive players this year, but the offense is going to be the question, bro. If the offense is good enough, they could shock a lot of people and win that division, bro. You still got the Lions. They still at the top. The Vikings are going to be good even under J.J. McCarthy. And Jordan Love and the Packers, they're a good team, but people question Jordan Love. People question him. So as long as Caleb Williams could have a great year too, I think they could shock some people. And we gotta wait and see.
I mean, we got a new offensive line, so his protection should definitely be better. And if he's decisive like this and gets the ball out quickly, it's not far fetched to say we have a top 10 offense because we got all the pieces. We literally have all the pieces. We just got to put it all together.
With you as the resident Bears fan, and you are the only Bears fan on this platform, so you have to go with everybody in our group chat. Majority of them are Bears fans or whatever like that. So I want you to predict the schedule. You are football enough, bro. I think you are at the point where you know what you're talking about. I believe what you are saying, bro. Maybe like 5 years ago, no, but I think now you know what you're talking about. I think you're good. So I do want to ask. So I want you to predict the Bears schedule. Vikings at the Bears on Monday Night Football.
We at home or they at home?
Vikings at the Bears.
W. We getting the first win of the season, baby.
Bears at the Lions.
I think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna go L.
Cowboys at the Bears.
W.
Bears at the Raiders.
At the Raiders?
Yep.
W.
Bears at the Commanders, the miracle game, a rematch of the miracle game.
W. We getting our lick back.
So what's that? 4-1 already?
And 1. Yep.
Saints and the Bears.
W.
Bears at the Ravens.
L.
Bears at the Bengals.
L.
Giants at the Bears.
W.
Bears at the Vikings.
Bears at the Vikings. W.
Steelers at the Bears.
L.
Bears at the Eagles.
L.
Bears at the Packers.
W.
Browns at the Bears.
W.
Packers at the Bears.
W.
Bears at the 49ers.
Bears at L.
Lions at the Bears to close out the season.
W.
So you think they're gonna sweep the Packers and sweep the Vikings?
Yep.
You think they're gonna sweep them?
Yep.
I
don't believe in JJ McCarthy like that. I know he's talented, but we haven't seen anything from him yet. So I don't believe in him. And their defense isn't too crazy. So I think Caleb could tear apart their defense. So yeah, I got them winning both. I got them sweeping the Vikings for sure. Nah, I gave them an L against the Lions. So they should be 1-1 with the Lions. But I got them sweeping the Packers though. I don't think the Packers gonna do it this year.
So that's
what's
like
that
10
about?
wins. That's like 10 wins.
Yeah, it's like 10-5, 10-5 or something like that. Well, no, not 10-5, 10-0.
It'd be like
it's like 11 or something.
It'd be like 10
so 11 or something.
Because you said you said Vikings, you said swept Vikings, swept Packers. That's already 4.
Mm-hmm.
You said Cowboys, that's 5. Raiders is 6. Commanders is 7. Saints is 8. Giants is 9. Then you said Browns is 10. So they split with the Lions. So okay,
yeah,
so 11 and 6. You think they can get 11 wins? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down.
Because the defense is already there. It literally just depends on if Caleb can make the offense function or not. That's literally it.
11 and 6. That's basic. That's at least, well, that's definitely almost a wild card team. And the NFC isn't really like, it's not a lot of powerhouse teams. Okay, 11 and 6. I'm just shocked that you have them sweeping Vikings. Like, they just gonna sweep them and the Packers. And the Packers have had their number forever.
I told you with the Vikings, JJ McCarthy, we have to see what type of quarterback he is. And I believe that Caleb Williams can pick apart their defense. They don't have a great defense.
They do actually have a great defense. They really do. They really do. With Brian Flores, they have a really good defense.
I'm not a believer.
No, bro. They had a good defense last year. They have a
I'm
really
not a
good
believer.
defense,
With our
bro.
upgraded offensive line, I don't think that the Vikings are going to cause us any problems defensively. I think
They
Caleb will be able to pick apart their defense.
they had like a top 10 defense last year under Brian Flores. And it's not like he left, he's still there. So
And
they
then with the
had a good
Packers,
defense.
I don't believe in Jordan Love. I feel like last year was low key kind of a fluke. And I hate the Packers anyway, so I'm going against the Packers regardless.
What? Yeah, because didn't you say no, you said CJ Stroud, what was it, 2 years ago? You said CJ Stroud was better than Jordan Love, something like that.
Yep, and I still believe that.
I feel like at this point they're the same. I feel like no one clears the other at this
I mean,
point.
CJ had a down year last year, so
Yeah, he
we'll
did
see
have a
this year.
down year. So that's what I'm saying. This is both their second years because Jordan Love been there forever, but this is second year. Like this is his third year, I think, starting. Yeah, third year. This is third year as a starting quarterback. So I feel like in the last 2 years they kind of been the same. So it's like I don't think no one clears the other. I haven't seen no
I
one
think
clear
CJ is
them.
more talented. I think CJ is more talented than him.
But I don't.
I think he's more
So
accurate. I think his IQ is better.
so from what you've seen the last 2 years, you think CJ just clears him?
I wouldn't I
That's
wouldn't
all
say
I'm
clears
asking.
him, but he's better than him for sure. I wouldn't say clears him, but he's
That's
better
fine.
than
I'm
him.
just saying. I don't think none of them clear. I don't think none of them. I think they're in the same realm. Like they're like CJ is probably what maybe like eighth best quarterback. Jordan Love probably like 9, 10. They in that same range. I don't think no one clears the other. And one last football thing I do want to ask: Dylan Gabriel. His debut was it was last Saturday. He went 13 for 18 for 143 yards. He did throw a pick six and fumble the ball. So what was your thoughts on his debut?
I mean, besides the two turnovers that he had, he played okay. But I think I said the last part he was gonna have like two turn. I said he was gonna have two NOs, but he ended up having two turnovers in general. So I mean, I expected Dylan Gabriel to do Dylan Gabriel things. I think that they just drafted him out of spite of Shador, but I think Shador is obviously ahead of him on the depth chart. Kenny Pickett's back healthy too, so he might play. Well, he's going to play this last preseason game, so we see what Kenny Pickett does as well. But as far as Dylan Gabriel, I said it last part. That man is boo boo. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do
You just said he played decent. How you gonna say he boo boo, but he played decent?
because he had two
We,
turnovers. He had
but
two
you just said
turnovers,
he played decent. You
bro.
just said that.
I said besides those two turnovers, he played decent. But including those two turnovers, he played butt, bro. Bro, you're going against the second and third stringers, bro, and you got two turnovers, a fumble, and a pick. That pick six was terrible. Why would you throw it to two? You see, two of your players are running the same route, basically. Why wouldn't you just throw it away? That was a bad decision. You've been in college for 6 years. You was in college for 6 years. You should have known that was a bad decision off the bat. But he threw it anyways. That man has a low IQ as a quarterback, bro. That man's butt. That decision right there showed me and told me everything I needed to know.
You know what's crazy? He still probably be ahead of Shador on the depth chart anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Honestly, though,
I don't think he will.
huh?
I don't think he will.
I would not be shocked if that man's still ahead of him. It's just, bro, we just saw it. Like Shador played really good. Dylan Gabriel didn't even step on the field, but somehow it's still ahead. How? How do we do that? That's all I'm
I
saying.
think that's an optics. I think that's an optics thing. You know how like they like to play with the media and stuff like that. So I think that's one of those things where by the start of the season, Shador should definitely be ahead of him on the depth chart. I think just right now they're just doing that because of the optics. That's literally it.
Like I bet you the depth chart this week, Shador was probably still fourth. Like I didn't see it, so I'm not gonna. But I bet it was. Me personally, though, out like I said, the 2 picks, whatever. The 1 pick, the pick 6, I do agree that was a bad throw. He tried to split. If you look on the replay, you do see him wide. You do kind of see a little bit of opening, but it still was bad. Like you said, should have threw it away. Then the fumble, that was just a bad handoff. You fumbled. But he started out decent. I think he got the opening touch. No, they got 3 points. They got a field goal, I think. It was like he was leading them down the field, then they wouldn't score. And I think that's what I was looking for. I was like, you're leading them down the field, but y'all getting only 3 points or no points. That's not helping your case. When Shador was in, he led them to scores. He was leading them to scores. That's what showed out with him. But with Dylan, he played okay. It's just he couldn't get them to score. But in football, you need to score. So that kind of hurt him. So I'm like, if I had to give him like a grade, I would have gave him
C.
I gave him a C minus. I give him a C minus. Like
C.
I was either debating a D or a C minus. But I just feel like he kind of hurt himself a little bit. But with politics in play, bro, depending on how they both play tomorrow, not today's Thursday. On Saturday, because I think all 3 are playing Kenny Pickett, Shador, and Dylan Gabriel, depending on how they all play. I feel like they still gonna have Shador 4th only because of politics. I really believe that, bro. Because Kenny Pickett is a veteran. I get that. You want to keep him up ahead. I get that part. Dylan Gabriel was the he's the third round pick. It's politics, bro. You gotta put him you gotta keep him ahead just because of politics. And Shador was the 5th round pick. So we gotta keep him as a 5th round pick, even though he played way better than Dylan. So that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I feel like both of them. Shador played really good. I gave him like a A, B plus. Dylan gets like a C minus. Gets like a C minus or whatever. So, that is what it is. Let me read these. What we talking about today, man? We talked about some football, some NBA. Star said they saying Caleb too slow. Look quicker in the preseason.
I think Caleb's gonna do a lot of more QB round designated QB rounds too. I think he's gonna do a lot of that this year. Well, not a lot, but
I said besides the 2 picks, you add the 2 picks. He played boo-boo. LMAO. Shador got a colluding lawsuit brewing. I ain't gonna say all that. But we're gonna have to see on Saturday. We'll have to see on Saturday.